Time to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the quarterback position for the Browns in 2022.
Huntley from Baltimore is a very viable option, and we're not even talking about him for some reason. He's going to be cheap. Why is he not being talked about in Cleveland? Thank you.
All right, he's referring to Tyler Huntley. First of all, he's a restricted free agent, so the Ravens can match anything that is thrown at him. He is the property of the Ravens as long as the Ravens want him and are willing to pay him. Secondly, in order to have Tyler Huntley as your quarterback, you have to have the Ravens' offensive system and somebody to run it. So you'd completely be redoing the offensive system. The league will eventually react and deal with Huntley, and it'll be interesting to see. I'm not saying that he's not going to be a really good quarterback. He very well may be, but that's not a guy that I'm ready to move on from Baker Mayfield to at this point. And I think he played really well, and I give the Ravens a lot of credit to find somebody who is similar enough to run the offense they had with Lamar Jackson. I just don't think Tyler Huntley works in Cleveland at this point because of the offense they run.
Yeah, I would say that with Tyler Huntley, I think that he's a great option for Lamar. He's a great backup option for Lamar Jackson. I think he did a phenomenal job. That being said, he is a restricted free agent, so if I'm Baltimore, I wouldn't move on from him at all. I would keep him right exactly where he is. I think it's a perfect fit for him in Baltimore. So Tyler Huntley should stay exactly where he is in Baltimore, and I think Baltimore would be foolish to let him go. I don't know if the Browns would have to change their entire offensive system, but they would certainly have to do some different things. And, I just don't know if the money is really worth the squeeze in terms of, trying to get to outpay Baltimore, whatever they're going to want for him. So I love the idea. I love the idea of Tyler Huntley. At times, I think he's a better thrower than Lamar. At times, I think he's, just as elusive. But I think that it would be really, really hard pressed to get Tyler Huntley out of Baltimore.
Yeah, the other thing is the body of work with Tyler Huntley has been pretty short. So let's see it. But again, I credit Baltimore for finding another guy that can run the offense similar enough to Lamar Jackson. They did a nice job of identifying Tyler Huntley.